Fishing the Wild West TV with Wes David is brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destinations. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destinations and Thompson's Resort, along with Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Fishing the Wild West.
On this week's episode of Fishing the Wild West TV, we're back in the Lac La Biche region. We're making the Canelta Hotel our home base. We're gonna fish 2 or 3 lakes in 2 or 3 days. I'm really excited about getting on the big lake, Lac La Biche Lake, for those big walleye. It's supposed to be really hot tomorrow. We're told the bite is slow, but we've been told that before. We're gonna get checked in, and we'll see you tomorrow on the water. Just saw him on the screen. He literally just went by on the hummingbird. And then just tap, tap. And the Lac La Biche region never fails to disappoint. Barely even ready. Well, he's down there deep. I'll get the ego ready. We're fishing 14, 15 feet of water. Simple humps on and off. We're pulling some PK lures. On this here, I got the Sure Death with a smiley blade from PK Lures. And then just working that structure. Oh, he's a northern pike. And this lake is well known, not only for its walleye, but for some great northern pike. You see it lots in the winter months when they're all set up at the ice shacks. Some big monster pike come out of here. Get him out of the net. He just has that in there, barely even hooked. Great northern pike. But we're after some walleye. But there is the opportunity while you're fishing for walleye here, some fish jumping over there, to hook into 35, 40-inch northern pike. We went through a bunch of marks at all depths on the bottom, suspended just off the bottom. So we just hit spot lock on the trolling motor and sent down a jig. And it was only 2 or 3 minutes and bang. Now right up here you'll see there's a bunch of bait fish jumping. I'm assuming that's pike feeding up there in the shallows on the bait fish. But we're hoping this one here is a walleye. Get my net ready while he's down there. And he hit it hard too, just bang. It's beautiful, calm here, nice morning out. Big walleye. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll get the hook out of him. We'll show him to you. I might even get a quick picture of this guy. So I got that's on the jig. Again, we were going through a lot of walleye, a lot of marks. And we're getting the odd hookup and biting off or biting at the tail of our bait. And we're going to show you what we're using here in a minute, but we just set up, we come through those marks, saw them on the hummingbirds, hit spot lock, sent down a jig. And we're gonna, before we get too excited, we're gonna make sure we can catch a couple. We're here today with Heather Stromkist with Lac La Biche Region. Now, I've been to Lac La Biche. It has some incredible adventures for every outdoors man and woman. Heather, what can you expect, or what can anglers, hunters, outdoors men and women expect when they come to your region?
Well, it's your outdoor playground. We have every opportunity that you would want to have there. Wild adventures, cultural experiences, and a lot of open space to enjoy yourself and relax.
And when we were there, incredible community, friendly community, abundance of campgrounds, hotels, everything you would need.
Yeah.
If you want to drive to, trip of a lifetime, book somewhere in the Lac La Biche region.
And as Wes would say, it's the best drive-to fishing lake in Alberta.
And I can prove that.
This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Power Pole, total boat control. Closed captioning is brought to you by Millennium Marine, unmatched comfort, time-tested durability.
Just hooked up on another one, and we changed to a Liquid Mayhem, kind of a leech pattern. And pretty much right away, a few boat lengths, he took it. I love that. Again, like I said, the Lac La Biche region, just an incredible fishery. Yeah, it's a northern pike. Pretty much the same size as the last one, which is fine. Bonus pike. He bounces in that ego net. He's just not beating off the floor. Hook popped right out of him. Just a nice northern pike. We'll get him back in. Carry on. We moved spots just about 200 yards and found some rocks, some points, and we're on again. It's a slow, we're not even vertical jigging. I got the trolling motor going at 1 mile an hour, or 1, and it's going like 0.3, and we're just moving, marking fish on the fish finders and just targeting them directly. And this is incredible, like throughout the Lac La Biche region. We've been to Pinehurst, Ironwood. We were gonna go to Touchwood, but just before we come up, they've had about 8 days of rain. So they say it's, to get the big tracker boat in there, it could be a little sketchy. So we decided not to fish it, but the whole region is full of incredible fishing. And you can make Lac La Biche, the town of Lac La Biche, your home base. We're staying at the Canelta Hotel, right down to the four-way stop, and you're 30 minutes, 40 minutes from who knows how many lakes that are loaded with walleye like this one. She's flared up. That big sky jig's in the net. Get it out. We'll get her out and safe and show her to you. Whoa, sweetheart. Nice big females. She is some mad. Again, it's just a real slow, subtle bite. For these big walleye like this, it's almost as if they were, you know, just little 1-pounders hitting it. It's just really slow. You got to take your time. It's getting hot. It's supposed to be like 26 degrees today. We got on the water and I think it was 13. And we're just picking them up. Slow is key. Really slow is key. Holy cow, it's just, can't believe how subtle of a bite it is. We got the Predator Apex rod here, fast action, 7 foot from streamside, and it is making all the difference in the world because these fish are just biting so, whoa, subtle. Look at the size of this fish, I got excited. Crazy. I'll get him in. I can't wait to show you what we're using here and how simple of a technique it is. You wouldn't believe how small we're going, how subtle of a bite it is, and what we're using to catch this size of walleye here on Lac La Biche. Right to the bottom. 14 feet of water. Just a really smooth bottom. Every now and then there's a rock. And truthfully, before that rock, after that rock is where we're picking them up. Right here, in the heat of the day, these walleye are still picking it up. This one acted like a pike, so we got a 50-50 chance. And it is northern pike. I'm surprised he didn't, or he hasn't cut my line yet.
This segment has been brought to you by Hooked Magazine, hooked on fishing in the great outdoors, and Lynn Thompson Lures, made in Canada for over 95 years. This segment is brought to you by Streamside Rods and Reels, we keep you fishing, and PK Lures, set the hook on more fish with PK Lures.
So this is our third one in the same spot, the first spot that we stopped and hit spot lock on. And again, you know, Lac La Biche region is full of great walleye and northern pike, even perch fishing. We've been to several lakes, but it's all, this whole region is, their lakes are loaded with incredible fish, walleye. Oh, here's another pike. I was gonna say walleye and northern pike. So, and this is right, you just saw us land that big walleye. Now we got ourselves a northern pike here. So I was just gonna say when I was fighting that fish, the region's full of great walleye fishing, northern pike fishing, perch, whitefish. It can be done year-round up here in the Lac La Biche region. It's just truly an angler's paradise. So we got, again, we just stayed jigging. It took about 4 or 5 minutes, but we're back on. I just seen the flash of his tail, so it's a walleye. We got the bottom bouncing rods put away here. And that's the thing, you can bottom bounce, and if it turns off, and they quit biting the bouncer, stop and jig them. The old saying, don't leave fish to find fish. Got him in there. It looks like my hook just came out as it come in the net. We're jigging some big sky jigs. We'll show you what we're doing here in a sec. We'll take care of this fish first. Another beautiful Lac La Biche walleye. Get him out of the eagle. Again, just another beautiful Lac La Biche. This be a female, a little bit skinny, spawned out, but healthy. Just in here feeding. Feeding away. Again, give me a second. I'm gonna get out my Liquid Mayhem soft plastics and show you exactly what we're using.
This Gear Talk is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Everything we're going to talk about today can be picked up at participating convenience stores that are carrying the Fish in the Wild West TV planogram or display. All this stuff we picked up this morning at the Tempo on our way to the lake. Now let's go into what we actually used on the water for the subtle biting walleye. First with the rod, it was a 7-foot fast action Predator Apex from Streamside. Very important to feel those subtle biting walleye, matched up with the Predator reel. Then we had 20-pound Sunline braid on there throughout the entire thing. That was also key in feeling those subtle bites. But the main bite came when we were slowly vertical jigging, casting and jigging, and even moving at like 0.2 miles an hour, pulling behind an orange and pink combination Big Sky jig, snake eye jig from Big Sky Jigs with the long shank. On there was our Liquid Mayhem 4-inch Mayhem creepy black with white tail. That was obviously following up the leech pattern that we were trying to imitate. And each bag of this Liquid Mayhem comes with a little tube of scent attractant. This was really key. I believe this was really key today as well, because there was many times where we were bottom bouncing very slow, could have went down to Lindy rigging, and I put that Big Sky jig on and brought the trolling motor down to about 0.2 miles an hour and just slowly crawled it along. There are even times when we cast it out and slowly crawled it on the bottom. Those big walleye were hitting it no harder than a 1-pound walleye. When we did bottom bounce, we were using PK lures, in this case, the Vortex. But the real star of the show was having that Big Sky jig on there with that braid, that fast action rod, and being able to change quick. Moving it along, stopping and jigging, casting, moving it along, stopping and jigging. That was the real key today to pick up big, subtle biting walleye here in Lac La Biche.
Fishing the Wild West TV will be right back. This segment is brought to you by Inception Outdoors, Chubb's Lures, Vanguard Tackle, Original Bad River Tackle Company, and Humminbird, simply, clearly, better.
One more. Again, just really slow and take your time. If you're impatient, this might not be the style of fishing, but who knows, by tomorrow might be able to throw crankbaits, Len Thompson spoons, buzz bombs. You never know here in Lac La Biche region. Each lake is different. Each lake, you know, has its own personality. And they're all loaded with quality fish. Get this out of here, show her to you. That Liquid Mayhem, I think, is one of the biggest tickets today. The scent attractant is making a big difference. I truly believe the scent attractant is making a big difference between a bite and no bite. Perfect. Going back in for another. He hit it hard, really hard. I must have woke him up out of his nap. Just, yeah, there he is, holy. We're fishing 14 feet of water. Water's quite stained, early spring. But when you see them, when you get the first flash of them and that big white spot on their tail, it is some kind of exciting. So we got the Big Sky jig out of them. We're using the Snake Eye Big Sky jig, the orange pattern. Get her back in the water. Away she goes. Since you get about 2.5 feet, and then they just disappear. Again, that's it's an orange and pink Snake Eye from Big Sky Jigs. And we're going to talk about all this gear and the technique, because this has been very unique and a long time since I've had to fish this way, in how subtle it is, and 2 or 3 techniques kind of built into one. Got another one on. This never gets old. Like, I'm a jig fisherman at heart, but we're jigging, bottom bouncing some jigs, vertical jigging, moving our jig, casting our jig. We got to do everything here today to get these subtle biting walleye to bite. And they're so subtle. We got the fast action streamside rod on here. I got 20-pound Sunline braid just to feel the bites, because there's literally no difference between the bite of these big walleye and bumping off a rock. It's really key oh, they look so nice in the water. There we go. It's really key to feel the fish, have the rod to fight the fish, you know, safely. Not only get them into the boat, but get them in a reasonably time so you release them safe so someone else can catch these. There she is there, and this is another beautiful walleye. We're gonna get her back in the water. Well, to be honest with you, I think we got enough for the show, and we're gonna go fishing, just fun fishing. And truthfully, if you have a bucket list of catching your personal best walleye, northern pike, bunch of perch, or fishing multiple lakes in a day or over your family vacation, put Lac La Biche Region on your bucket list. We're staying again at the hotel, the Canelta Hotel right in town, which puts us 20 to 40 minutes away from countless lakes. I don't even know how many lakes are in this region, but we fished 3 lakes in 3 days, including the legendary Lac La Biche Lake. I'm your host, Wes David, Fishing Wild West TV. If you like what you've seen, I hope you follow us on social media or through the pages of Hooked Magazine.
No cell phone service and no lawn to mow. What matters most is that I'm all alone. Living a dream, fishing the stream. Fishing the streams, living a dream. Living a dream, fishing the streams. Fishing the wild